Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic for some more Sudoku variant magic, I suppose, today. Now, just before that, the Kickstarter campaign enters its last 5 or 6 days, so you won't hear me plugging that for long, but do get in while there's still a chance and order a copy of the book that we are going to create. And thanks very much to everybody who's ordered it. I think it's going to be fabulous. Now, on Patreon, we have a crossword video, my practicing for the Times Online Crossword Championship, which is coming up in about 10 days. And this is a video of me absolutely failing. So you'll enjoy that for Schadenfreude reasons, if nothing else. That is, of course, a bit of a companion in a way to Simon's crossword video that was posted on the main channel yesterday of him solving a crossword by Dave Gorman, the British comedian, which was excellent, to be honest. He did a very good solve of that. Now, also actually on Patreon in a few days, very soon I think, we're going to put up the video of how to solve the monthly reward puzzle. And at some point, I'm probably going to post a listener crossword that I solved recently. So lots coming up there, especially for crossword fans, but not only those. The monthly reward puzzle was obviously a Sudoku. So, back to Sudoku. This puzzle has come in from the father-son duo in the Netherlands, Frans Ventholt and Jure Klinkenberg, who have sent us puzzles before, and they have focused on the two main themes before, which is magic squares and knights moves. Now, in this puzzle, there are two magic squares. They're marked. Now, in a magic square, in a 3x3 magic square, each row of 3 cells, each column of 3 cells, and each diagonal of 3 cells adds up to the same number. So that's what we know about the magic squares, which are blue and red. The digits 1, 2, 3, and 4 also obey knight's move restrictions. So a 1 can never be a knight's move away from another 1. So these cells I'm highlighting could not contain a 1 by the knight's move restriction. Now, by normal Sudoku, those couldn't contain a 1 because normal Sudoku rules apply, so there can't be 2 1s in a box. And so those knight's move restrictions only apply to the digits 1, 2, 3, and 4, one of each of which has been given, and I've put them in green as a little reminder. Actually, it's probably going to be important as one goes along to remember that knight's move restriction doesn't apply to the higher digits. And finally, there's one thermo where the digits increase from the bulb, and that's the puzzle. It's called Chess Magic, and I'm going to have a go in a moment. So do try it on the link below the video. Knowing Frans and Jure, it'll be fairly manageable with a bit of effort, and I'm going to have a go now. So let's get cracking. Well, with magic squares, especially if you've seen us working with those before, you'll know you can always put a 5 in the middle. The rows and columns will always add up to 15. And as well as having a 5 in the middle, they are going to have its odd numbers in these orthogonal cells and even numbers on the corners. That is just the only way you can create these 3x3 magic squares. So a bit of background knowledge helps. Now, right, that 3 there means that this pair across the 5, making a 15 total here, are not 3, 7. They must be the 1, 9 pair. Actually, that 1 told us the same thing. And that really doesn't help us with the even digits at all. Well, I was going to say they could all be 2, 4, 6, or 8, but in fact, 4 is in the same box with that, so that can't be a 4. And remember, the diagonals add up to 15, so that can't be a 6 now. But that didn't get us very far. But up here, okay, first of all, this 1, remember the 1s obey knight's move rules. 1s, 2s, 3, and 4 are knights. So that is seeing both these cells. So we can rule 1 out of those and 9 out of their counterparts to make a 15 total. And this 2, yes, this 2 is seeing 3 cells, one of them by knight's move. So the 2 in, right, now we're away. The 2 in this magic square goes there. 2 plus 5 is 7. We need another 8 to make 15. Now 8 is going to make an 8, 1, 6 and an 8, 3, 4. So these digits have to be 1 and 3, and we can see which way round they are. So 1, 3, 6 there, 4 there, 3, 5, 7, and we have finished off one of the magic squares. Now that 4 is in the same box and a knight's move away from that one, so we can get rid of 4 from there and 6 from there. Now we've got a 2-8 pair, so we can get 2 and 8 out of there. Now that doesn't enable me to disambiguate the 3 7s and the 1 9s. I know that 8 must be next to 1 and 3, but that could happen on either end. Okay, so we're going to have to do some Sudoku now, I imagine. Right, 3 and 3, we can place a 3 in box 3. Now I have to remember 9 doesn't obey the knight's move rule, so that could be a 9. Right, 2 can't be there because that is a knight. 2 can't be there, so 2's in one of those. Not that helpful. 1 can't be there. That 1 says it can't be in any of those. So 1 is down here, and that means 1 is over here somewhere. Ooh, and that's beginning to look like it's going to do something, but doesn't quite. 4. Oh, that's beautiful. 4 is ruled out of all of those cells by the 2 4s we've placed now. So 4 in box 8 has to be here. And that, is that going to give us the whole magic square? Yes, 4 is always next to a 9 and a 3. So that must be 3, 9, 2, 7, 1, 8. And both magic squares are done. We can ignore those from now on. Now we've got all the digits. Right, 3 and 3. So 3 is in one of those cells. 4 obeys the knight's move constraint, so that can't be a 4. So I can put the 4 in box 9. And that 4 is acting on those cells by knight's move. And that one is ruling out those 2. So there's only one cell left for a 4 here, which gives us the 1. Which doesn't give us the 1 in box 9, although those 4s do give us the 4 in box 3 and the 2 there. Now this is 8, 9. We don't need the knight's move because we've got that regular 9. This is 6 or 9. Knight's move doesn't help with that because it doesn't apply. One of these is 7, and the others of these 3 are 5 and 9. 1. These are from 5, 6, and 7. It's irritating. You get used to working with the knight's move, and then you have to remember it doesn't apply to the bigger digits. Right, 4 though. It does apply to 4, and 4 is ruled out of those cells. That 4 says not those. That one says not there, so we can put in a 4. One of these 2 will be a 4. That's not cleared up, and we've got 4 there and 4 there. So another sort of pair. In fact, that's a 1-4 pair. And those are going to be the last 2 4s in some sort of pattern there. 1 there, sorry, that's not a 1-4 pair at all. It's a fully resolved 1, and then the 4 is resolved. So all 4s are done. Didn't expect that to be the first digit. 1 can go there. Right, this one and this one see all of those digits. So 1 is in the top row in box 2 and not in box 1. And that one can see that cell. Right, they're all ruled out. So 1 is down here. We have this peculiar X-wing of 1s, but again it sorts out the other 1 that we have in the grid. So we've still got 2 ones to resolve now. 2, yes, 2 and 2. Sorry, 2 is very straightforward. That means we can put a 2 in here, this cell being ruled out by the knight's move, which does apply to 2s. Now, 2 is in one of those 2 cells because of those 2s in row 8 and 9, but there's no way it's here because that would need a 1 on the thermo. So we can actually put 2 in there. Then the remaining 2s in the grid are in a little 2 by 2 box there. They're either one diagonal pair or the other. I can't resolve that. So I've got a pair of 1s and a pair of 2s. We've done 4s. Now what about 3s? They're all done in the eastern boxes. Those still to resolve. Ah, that 3 says not any of those. Are there any of these 3 possibilities I can rule out? No. Ah, 3 is in one of these 2 cells just because of regular Sudoku and those. So it's in one of those 2 and the knight's move does apply. So 3 goes here. So that's not 3. And this is not 3 by the knight's move as well. Yeah, that's right. By the knight's move from there. That's fine. So 3 there. And that acts with a knight's move on that. Puts a 3 here. That sorts out the 2s, which is lovely. And the final 3s are resolved. Yes, they are. So we've done all 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. All the knight's move numbers. So we've finished with the magic square restrictions. We've finished with the knight's move restrictions. Let's have a look at the thermo. 5, 8, or 9. Well, this clearly can't be 8 or 9 because of the thermo. Then, well, 8's gone in this box, so this has to go 6, 7, 9. So the thermo is very easy at this point. 5 there. That gives us 5 and 8. 6, 7, and 9 in the top row. They're simple enough. And this box must all complete 8, 9, and 7. And all the western boxes are done. 1, 8, and 5. That's a naked single 8. Nice to get one of those. Ooh, I claimed we'd done all the 1, 2, 3s, and 4s, but I've still got 1s to go. I'd forgotten that, sorry. 9 there. 6. This one's a 9 now because we got the 5. These are 5 and 7. Yep, they're done. 6, 5, 8. Now this row needs a 7 and an 8. This row needs a 5 and a 6. This box must be completable. 6, 7, and 9. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. And then the 1s are in the last digits we do. 1, 8, 1, 5. And that is the answer to the puzzle. Phew, there we go. Well, that wasn't too bad at all, as long as you knew a little bit of magic square theory or have met these before. Always worth remembering for the future that a 3 by 3 magic square using the digits 1 to 9 has 5 in the middle and odd numbers surrounding it with even numbers on the corner. A very useful little trick. There is really only one arrangement and then it's reflections and rotations. So you can see that even here you get the same 5, 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 8, 3, 4 spiral. 5, 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 8, 3, 4 reflected and rotated there. So thanks very much to Franz and Jura for sending that. Most enjoyable, and hope to be seeing you soon again for another Cracking the Cryptic video. Bye for now.